What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. E here with another TLEV media video. I'm back at Universal Studios Hollywood for a construction update for Halloween Horror Nights and Fast and Furious. So why don't you join me on this extraordinary adventure?
TLEV Media, bringing the magic of the theme parks to your home.
From vlogs to interviews, TLEV Media is entertainment for all.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have stopped by our first location and we are looking at right now the Parisian courtyard facade, and this looks very different from the last time we were here. Remember I was talking about that they would be bringing in flat walls in a couple of weeks. Well, scratch that. It was more like in a couple of days. As you can see, we've got details coming in, ladies and gentlemen. The archway in the middle, and then we have kind of like these beams going up on the sides. Could be adding more to the facade. I know, like in just a day or so, like they just added this like middle piece right here. That was just added, so this is really interesting looking. So if we're gonna stick with the speculation map, we could be looking again at a monstrous sequel house or some kind of Latin America maze. If we're going based off of what we see here with the facade, I'm kind of seeing that in my opinion, from right now, it looks more like an entrance to a church or more like a mission. It could be an entrance to a cemetery. This archway right here is very, very Latin / European looking, so that is something that we're going to be sticking by for right now. I don't know if it's going to be getting taller. This could be the height that we're seeing and it doesn't get taller from here, but as of now, that is what we are speculating in this area. We are sticking with a Latin America facade, a Latin American maze, and if that's the case, if we're bringing a sequel to Monstros, I wouldn't mind that. That would be really cool if we were getting to see that coming back to the park, newer version. Talked with my friends from the Hotline and Entertainment Connection, and they were talking about what if this was a story following Muerte more. So if this was an entrance to a cemetery, which I am kind of leaning towards, but of course this is just a very rough part of the facade. There's no details just yet, so we're kind of just still very much speculating. But if this was an entrance to a cemetery, we could totally follow a storyline of, again, following Muerte, or even Muerte is a more icon for this maze. But what do you guys think of this location? Is it going to be another South American maze, or are you guys thinking of something completely different? Let me know in the comment section down below. So we are looking at the Fast and Furious construction, and the newest thing to this construction is that they have brought in more tracks, which is really cool. And then you have these support columns all going up, but that's been up for a while. But the new tracks are in place and it looks so interesting. I'm thinking either that's the end part of the ride or maybe even the beginning, just because of the turn. It's such a flat turn. I don't think we're gonna be speeding on that part of the ride, but those tracks are in, and it's so interesting to me that we have those tracks because the ride's not supposed to open up for like another year and a half. So very interesting to see that. I am happy to see that though. The speed that they're going is so awesome, and that everything's just changing in days and in weeks is so fascinating to me, but I'm loving it. We have stopped by the Mummy Q maze location, and there's not much that has changed since we were here last week. I mean, it does seem like they are working in the interior part. They have brought out an easy up. It is getting very hot out here now, so these easy ups are going to be crucial for all those who are building inside the mazes. Such beautiful interior. So, and now let's talk about the T-pad location. T-pad is still the same thing on the speculation map. It is still that pig symbol. It has not changed. It hasn't relocated or anything like that. On the studio tour, I was able to see that they've added just a little bit of detailing, more like a smoke-like paint job to the sides and on the bricks a little bit, but other than that, not much has changed. We're still sticking by either it being some kind of saw maze or some kind of slaughterhouse of some sort. A lot of people have been talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but if that's the case, I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I feel like we've gotten enough of that. But what's interesting to me is that the new location of Ghostbusters is in the H lot. Now with that symbol, we still have the old Cadillac symbol. But right underneath the Cadillac symbol, there is some icicles, what it looks like. So it seems like more and more that we are getting Frozen Empire. I don't know why I'm sighing. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't think it's fair for me to do that. But that seems like that is what's happening is Frozen Empire. Frozen Empire is going to be coming to the event. I do need to check out the movie beforehand. I'm just going based off of what a lot of people have been talking about, you know, Frozen Empire not being a great movie. But as you guys can see on that H-lot footage of that maze itself, it hasn't changed much. It's still a rectangle, but speculation is that area is going to be a record store or a vinyl store of some sort in Frozen Empire. Again, I haven't seen the movie, so but that is what that is connecting to more now. And to me, that's, you know, interesting to choose that as the facade, but maybe there is importance of it in the movie, and if there is, you guys gotta let me know in the comment section down below. But I am gonna check out the movie at some point. And then lastly, the other H-lot tent, that one has not changed. The symbol over there is still the lantern, and when we were on the studio tour, you guys can see that the facade is still the same. The lipstick demon's lair, that's what we are assuming from Insidious, Red Door, which I am hoping that is the case. All there is that is different is that there's a lot more details, very much like a dusty feel to it, an older building, which is really cool to see. Now I stopped by the UB lot area. Again, this is still supposedly the quiet place. Speculation. The mute sign has not changed. However, I'm here to talk about that by the time this video comes out, there is a possibility that we will have an announcement. And if that's the case, we'll put it in right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's happened. We had our first announcement, and it wasn't just a house announcement. We also got dates announcement. We also got ticket announcements. So it was a big day today. So of course, the maze announcement is a quiet place. A lot of you probably knew that already. It's going to be connecting to A Quiet Place Part 1 and Part 2, which is going to be very interesting to see how that works. They're also going to be incorporating ASL into this maze, so I'm really interested to see how that's all going to work out. Now, the location of this maze, as of now, we don't know exactly, but if we're going based off of like the speculation map, it is still that UBE location in Hollywood. That is where the Walking Dead All Day Attraction used to be. And that'll be interesting if that is the location. We don't know for sure if they have been able to gut out the entire place. That has been a big issue with that area and that location, is that those walls are permanent walls. They are supporting the building. But for starting this season, are those walls going to be taken out? We don't know for sure. Or is it going to be the same path as we've seen for The Walking Dead, Evil Dead, and Universal Horror Hotel? But A Quiet Place is our first IP. I'm very interested in what you guys think about that. To me, it was, I didn't expect that to be the first IP announced, but it is, and we're gonna see if it's something that is strong. I think it's something that a lot of people are interested about for this year, and I'm interested to see how it's gonna be for both Hollywood and Orlando. I also mentioned that dates were announced this year for selected days through September 5th to November 3rd. So we're going back into November again, which I'm really happy about. And we have Wednesdays this year all in October. So during the busy month, they've added an extra day on to that week. And then frequent fear passes back both the ultimate and regular frequent feeder pass. If you are an annual pass holder, you know, it's kind of the same thing, but just for horror nights, which I get almost every single year, and it's something I really enjoy. And they kept the price the same as last year, so that's good to see. But again, early entry to pay for it is back, so those sell out really quick, and so I would keep an eye out on those. But yes, those were the announcements for today. I'm really excited. We are finally getting those Hollywood announcements, and what do you guys think about all of these announcements today? Are you hyped? I talked about it. We had it, our construction, and now we have this today. So I think it's very poetic that I was filming that one part next to the UB venue, and that is the location that's been announced. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified every time we post a video. We got social media, that is TLEV Media, all across the board, and everything's in the links in the description down below. With all that being said, my name is Mr. E, and I'll see you guys on the next extraordinary adventure.